Hello and welcome back to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. I'm Mark Ramone here this week with Mark Sherry, and this is our special Essential Western New England Songbook show where we're featuring rock and roll songs throughout the ages. And you just heard Miracle Legion with The Backyard, and we started off with Fat, Shape I'm In. Let's go to Miracle Legion out of New Haven, Connecticut. And this song is from 1985, right there in the middle of the good old decade there.
Yeah, Miracle Legion formed 1983 in New Haven, Connecticut. Singer, songwriter, guitarist Mark Mulcahy formed the band along with lead guitarist Ray Neal and drummer Jeff Wiederschall and bassist Joel Potosky. They used to be compared a lot to REM.
Yeah.
That kind of sound. They were very popular regionally in New England and also made a big splash out in the UK too.
I'm just so impressed that there were so many artists. They were influential to not just people listening to music, but to other artists as well. In fact, a bunch of artists got together to make a compilation album. This was back in 2009. The songs of Mark Mulcahy, featuring groups such as Michael Stipe, Tom York of Radiohead, The National, Dinosaur Jr., Black Francis of the Pixies, Chris Collingwood, Vic Chestnut, Juliana Hatfield, Mercury Rev, and many, many more.
Yeah, Mark has written a lot of great tunes and yeah, and this is one of their, big early tunes, one of the, signature song
Hmm.
that sort of got their career rolling and it's a great one. It really is. And we started out with an icon in Western Massachusetts, Peter Newland's band Fat, out of Springfield, Mass, with the tune Shape I'm In. This is one of their early big hits back from 1970. Fat is really an institution in Western Mass. They formed in 1968. They were a phenomenon. They really were. They had everything that they needed to make it to the top and really got pretty close. Had some huge, record deals, a couple of record deals that fell through. And basically, from starting out at Holyoke Community College in Holyoke, where Peter Newland met, several of the other band members, Jim Kaminsky and Michael Benson, and then with bassist Guy DeVito and drummer Benji Benjamin. They started out doing covers, but then Peter, when you talk to him, he'll tell you that he listened to you know big bands, big famous bands playing like Jefferson Airplane and he said, we can do that too. We can write our own music, and they did, and
Hmm.
they got, RCA and other, big record companies interested. They did, national tour with opening for the Allman Brothers. They did a lot, and this tune is just this is a great tune. If you listen to this song, it's got all the hooks. It's catchy. The lyrics are cool. It's just a great tune.
So many great bands form from relationships made while attending college. This is a classic example where they were attending Holyoke Community College, and Peter met Michael Benson and Jim Kaminsky, and the rest is history. I mean, you think about it, they're young, they've got time on their hands to do all the practicing and fresh ideas in their heads to write the
Oh yeah.
songs.
We've got several more bands coming up that also formed in college
Yep.
in this area. As a matter of fact, in our next block, we've got one. We're going to have a tune by, first will be a song by the Pixies, who formed at UMass in Amherst, Mass, with their song UMass. And after that, we're going to hear Up But So Loose by the Ray Mason Band. So let's start out with UMass by the Pixies.